this way.
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we are causing arguments in the comments with the scariest video I've ever done. We're looking at the best character from every mainline Final Fantasy game. Gathering online reception, public belief, and our own little Mojo opinion, we are looking at all the numbered Final Fantasy games, excluding the MMOs, to bring you the cream of the crop. We'll quickly skip over Final Fantasy VI, as the best character in that game is whoever you want it to be. I, for one, found a lot of joy naming all four of my main protagonists Gilligan, so I'm voting for Gilligan. Before we continue, we publish content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified of our latest videos. Fian.
We need to work as one.
Fian, the valiant protagonist of Final Fantasy II, isn't merely a central character, but also the first in the series to possess a distinct name and a cohesive backstory intricately woven into the game's narrative. And yes, I know there's the whole Light Warriors thing from Final Fantasy I, but that's hardly a narrative, that's a fortune cookie. Despite limitations imposed by the narrative structure and standards of its era, much about him remains veiled. Yet two undeniable truths emerge: his remarkable prowess in armed combat and his unwavering dedication to the pursuit of freedom and peace, often at the risk of his own life. Also, he's a sexy, sexy boy. Lunith. Another entry that is held back by its limited narrative, Final Fantasy III has an easy choice for number one, and that's Lunith. Lunith is compelling due to his resilience, growth, and sense of duty. Initially an ordinary youth, he embarks on a journey that transforms him into a formidable hero. His loyalty to his companions and unwavering commitment to vanquishing evil make him a standout character, leaving a lasting impression on players long after their journey concludes. Without the DS remake, Lunith might have faded into obscurity like some of his predecessors, or perhaps even more so. Nonetheless, director Hiromichi Tanaka and his team skillfully expanded upon the character and his fellow orphans without significantly altering the story's tone. Cecil Harvey. Not only does Cecil stand out as the best character in Final Fantasy IV, but he also takes home the award for coolest character in Final Fantasy with the lamest name. Cecil Harvey stands out as one of the most intriguing characters in the early chapters of Final Fantasy lore, beginning his journey as a Dark Knight and captain of the Red Wings. Cecil's path is defined by loyalty and duty. However, his tenure as a Dark Knight becomes a burden, symbolized by his black armor, a reminder of past misdeeds committed in unwavering servitude. It's only after a decisive confrontation with one of the four elemental archfiends that Cecil undergoes a profound transformation. Purged of darkness, he embraces the light and evolves into a paladin, reflecting his newfound purity and resolve. It's an amazing journey that had 90s kids' jaws on the floor. Lena Charlotte Tycoon. Congratulations for getting this far into the video, because we've just hit our turning point. Every entry from here on out is wrapped in fierce debate, and as much as Bart's would also be a great choice for best character, we've landed on our main girl, Lena. Gentle, compassionate, and somewhat naive, Lena Charlotte Tycoon is the closest we have to a main character in the game. Lena embodies the selflessness and empathy associated with the element of water, in contrast to Bart's representation of wind and freedom. Notably, Lena boasts the highest raw magic stat in the game, making her a prime candidate for maximizing magical prowess. Balancing her abilities with her personality, Lena is the bomb.com. Salus Share. For those who've been keeping up with the Watch Mojo Final Fantasy lore from all the Final Fantasy content coming out, you'd know this is my favorite entry in the series, so you can without a doubt fully blame me if you don't agree with this entry, because it's 100% my fault. Celes begins her journey as a revered general within the military ranks of the Gastelian Empire. Even upon aligning herself with the insurgent returners and opposing her homeland, she maintains a deep connection with her prestigious title, driven by a sense of justice. As a Magitech Knight, she harnesses magical abilities granted through infusion, complementing her proficiency in wielding swords, daggers, and maces. She's just a top-to-bottom badass to play as. Reuniting with her allies amidst the chaos wrought by the Cataclysm, there's no one better to navigate the transformed landscape of the World of Ruin with unwavering determination. Tifa Lockhart.
Okay, let's not keep Cloud waiting. Right.
Wait. I know you. The Colosseum!
What the hell?
Get down!
This is easily the hardest entry on our list. There is no game more beloved and no game more commented on in the whole series than Final Fantasy VII. With much debate, the internet has decided the best character is our hard-hitting and heavily simped upon Tifa Lockhart. Even for non-Final Fantasy enthusiasts, Tifa remains a household name in gaming circles, particularly given the online commotion surrounding a slight alteration to her design in the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Following the devastation of her hometown Nibelheim by Shinra, Tifa aligns herself with Avalanche, driven by a quest for vengeance against the oppressive megacorporation. Renowned for her ferocious combat skills, she balances her prowess with a compassionate and nurturing demeanor, often adopting a motherly role towards her comrades. This showcases her multifaceted character beyond the battlefield.
Better keep talking. Or I'll smash 'em.
Cipher Almacy. Best is a subjective term, but many agree that Cipher Almacy is one of the best, most complicated, and well-written Final Fantasy antagonists of all time. Cipher was kinda pathetic, but that's the point. When compared to other antagonists, Cipher stands out due to his complex portrayal and intertwining dynamics with Squall. His ambitious nature and desire for recognition drive him to pursue his dreams with fervor, even if it means straying into morally grey territory. Despite his antagonistic tendencies, Cipher's loyalty to his comrades and inner conflicts lend a depth to his character that makes him very interesting to follow. His tumultuous relationship with Squall adds layers of tension and emotional depth to the narrative, making him one of the most memorable characters in the whole game. Sadane Tribal. It's tough to beat out VV, but the reason our Final Fantasy IX protagonist stands out is because Sadane Tribal is a refreshing departure from the typical somber protagonist archetype. As a genome and artificial creation, he defies constraints, embracing life with an unmatched zest, unmatched literally to this day. His demeanor exudes casual charm, outgoing energy, and a penchant for flirtation, a stark contrast to the brooding personas of characters like Cloud and Squall. In battle, his steal skill proves invaluable, allowing players to acquire potent items and equipment by deftly pickpocketing enemies mid-combat, adding further depth to his character both in and out of combat scenarios. Orin. Remember when I said the entries ahead had heavy debate? This is a tough one. Tidus acts as one of the funniest fish-out-of-water style protagonists, carrying an incredible journey on his shoulders, while Yuna holds one of the best character arcs of all time. But when it comes to our number one spot, nobody can deny Orin is one of the coolest Final Fantasy party members to ever exist. A former warrior monk who once served Yuna's father as his guardian, Orin takes up the mantle once more to safeguard Yuna, all while fulfilling a personal promise to watch over Tidus. While delving deeper into Orin's story would tread into spoiler territory, it's safe to say that his character is way deeper than he looks on the outside. With his Ronin-inspired appearance, no-nonsense demeanor, and mastery of the blade, Orin captivates gamers worldwide.
Sir Orin, Kimahri told me, when my father wanted me taken from Bavel to Besaid, it was you who told Kimahri, right? I had always wanted to meet you someday.
Bfar.
Quite a performance. Who are you? I play the leading man. Who else?
This charismatic yet cunning sky pirate traverses the globe aboard his airship, seizing lucrative opportunities regardless of the risks involved. His daring escapades lead him to the royal palace, where he crosses paths with the game's central characters. Despite his seemingly self-serving demeanor, he is a lot more deep and complex than he initially seems. His brash confidence masks inner vulnerabilities rooted in a tragic past. Beneath the bravado lies a surprising amount of empathy and loyalty. Fian is also often considered as the best character, but this is our list and we'll do what we want. I'm so scared. Light.
Revelry to say farewell. The people here know that it's almost over.
Yeah. Only 13 days to go.
Is there another character more deserving of the top spot in their respective game? Is there another character who fought harder through blood, sweat, and terrible game design to have everything fighting against their ability to be considered a good character? The answer is no. Despite Lightning being the protagonist of arguably the worst entry in the whole series, she emerges as one of the best characters in all of Final Fantasy, carrying her trilogy of games on her shoulders. Great work, Lightning, you've earned this spot. Noctis.
The decreed hour is come. Set forth with my blessing, Prince Noctis.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Beginning the game as the weaker, smaller, and less impressive son of the epically powerful King Regis, Noctis is set up as a little bit of a combination between Cloud, Squall, and Zidane. The perfect balance of broody and wide-eyed, his reactions to the world are endearing, but his growth over a game that stretches more than 10 years from its beginning to its end is better than most Final Fantasy protagonists. His connection with his friends and the way he actually uses their skills and minds to enhance his journey and himself is beautiful. I love him. Sort of too much. He's in my dreams. Cid.
This way. Bloody wind.
You're damn right a Cid made it on this entry. Cid emerges as one of the most memorable iterations of the character in Final Fantasy lore. Portrayed by the talented Ralph Ineson, known for his role as Lorith in Diablo 4, Cid immediately establishes himself as a formidable figure in the game, displaying his prowess by rescuing Jill and Clive. With the mighty Ramuh by his side, he appears unstoppable, but time eventually catches up with him and offers one of the saddest ends to a Final Fantasy character since Aerith. Despite departing the game prematurely, his memory lives on, aiding in the defeat of Ultima. Through his sacrifice, this rendition of Cid stands out as one of the most noble, effortlessly combining strength with charm. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from MojoPlays and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of our latest videos.